We're gonna try this again. And no, I have not shaved my face yet. Looks like it's not gonna happen until after I get home from work at the rate I'm going. I've tried to make this video like 9 times. So I'm gonna try to make this bitch within 5 minutes and keep that shit short, straight, and to the point. We have a rogue Supreme Court. Alright? And generally it is the people who are hyper religion. And here are the issues. One, they don't want people like me existing, so now they're trying to make it illegal for you to date outside of your race. The fact that we are all human does not count. So they're trying to make it against the law to marry a person of a different ethnicity, or a different background, or a different racial qualifier that does not match your own. Well, newsflash for you fuckers, I have 3 races, so you can't use that against me. But the forefront and the leader of this movement would be Clarence Thomas, a black man married to a white woman. And my question to you, Mr. Thomas, is how bad is your relationship with your white woman that you have decided that nobody else gets to marry outside of their race? Well, here's that thing. If this law goes through, you officially are breaking the law too. So you're going to get a divorce because you are the one that's forefronting the don't date out of your race law. Now, let's move on to the other issues when it comes to marriage. They don't want gay marriage to be legal again. They don't want uh, polyamory or any of that other stuff that affects the alphabet community to be in their favor. They're trying to take away the rights to vote from women and people of color, which goes back to we have a rogue Supreme Court and they need to go. Now, you can leave in the liberals because they're not the ones pushing this crap. So that's like 3 ladies. Now, you got the black lady. Excuse me, it's 2 ladies because Ruth Bader Ginsburg is gone. So you have the black lady and the white lady. No, she's nope, nope. You have the black lady and the Hispanic lady, who are liberals, and then you have one male liberal, I believe, and then everybody else is all right wingers or whatever. And so I asked him, this is the same thing with abortion, because I'll say it again, and I've said it in many videos before. The politicians don't care about everybody else's children if they get raped or anything, unless it's one of their children. So when they make it in all 50 states illegal for you to have a fucking abortion if you're a female and you get raped, you're screwed. And the women that are signing off on this should be ashamed of themselves. Secondly, they're going to make it so that every woman who is pregnant has no rights to her own body. Which, again, this ain't the Handmaid's Tale. Nobody's standing for that bullshit. But if you're a woman and you're with them, you're fucking yourself. Because what's going to happen when it's your daughter that's sexually assaulted by somebody who does not look like her because of the laws they're trying to pass, and now they're going to try to say, oh, well, she has to have a baby, though. But they're breaking the law. So you see how this is working? We are on our way to a motherfucking apocalypse if people don't grow the fuck up right fucking now. You got motherfuckers trying to make it illegal for you to marry other people. You're trying to have people make it so that you, as a female, don't have control of your own body autonomy, your whole body. And then they're gonna tell you you can't love who you want, you can't procreate with who you want, and you have to procreate with somebody who treats you like shit because they look like you and can get away with it, versus someone who doesn't look like you and will treat you like the gift from the Lord that you are. And y'all are signing on to this shit. But here's that thing. Politicians don't give a flying fuck about us until that shit hits their home. So if everybody that's a criminal jumps up and starts raping politicians' women, and I'm not suggesting that that happens, but if it does happen, that's when the laws will be, oh no, we need to change this back. No, we can't do that. We can't have my little 10-year-old daughter being raped by a 45-year-old man, and he's a black man, and now my daughter's pregnant, and she has to carry this rapist's baby. See, this is how this shit works. This is exactly how this shit works. See, a politician don't give a flying fuck about you until it's one of their kids that's on the chopping block. I understand that shit. If it's one of their kids on the chopping block that's been sexually assaulted and has to carry somebody's baby to term, oh, the motherfuckers will be all over that shit. Nope, we can't have that. My child got raped by this black dude. My child got raped by this Asian dude. My child got raped by this Mexican dude, and he raped her twice. And they're all pregnant. And now abortion is illegal in all 50 states. We can't get abortions. We have to carry these abominations to term. But we can give them up for adoption. Not if you can't. Because the rapists have rights. Y'all are making that shit possible where y'all give the rapist rights to tell them, now you have rapist rights. So even though you raped the woman and made her pregnant against her will, against her consent, now she can't get rid of the baby because, one, the states won't allow her to have abortions. She can't give the baby up for adoption because, two, she won't have the right to give up the baby for adoption because rapists have rights. What about the victim's rights? Y'all ain't thinking about that shit, right? Exactly. Because it's not your daughter that's on the chopping block. But the second that it becomes a politician's daughter or granddaughter or great granddaughter, that fucking law will flip back quicker than a goddamn hiccup. Why put us through that bullshit in the first place? Why go against Roe v. Wade? Why try to change the fact that you can't love who you want? This is America. Home of the free, remember? Home of the brave, remember? Home stolen from natives to practice your religious beliefs, but not let natives practice their religious beliefs. Yet, I'm in the wrong because I exist. Because I'm part native, part black, and part white. I could say I'm part white, part native, and part black. Or I could say I'm part black, part white, and part native. Either way I slice it, I'm still all three of those. But the worst part of that is, y'all don't want people like me existing. However, bad news for everybody in America who's black. There's a slim chance that you aren't full black. There's a very high probability that your ancestors have some white in them because of the raping and murdering and pillaging of slaves. But of course, they don't want to teach CRT in class because they want to make sure that the young white children don't grow up hating themselves. Young white children are not going to grow up hating themselves because of what their ancestors did. I'm Generation X. I have told my white friends time and time again, you were not your ancestors. I don't give a fuck if your ancestors may have owned mine. You don't own me. You will never own me. And I will never do anything to you for some shit that happened 10,000 years ago. It has nothing to do with me. Alright? I'll probably be mad about it because they've proven that generational trauma does exist. But at the end of the day, you're an innocent person. You didn't do shit to me. Now, if you're doing shit to me right now, then we got problems. Which means we have bad blood. Which means we have fisticuffs. That being said, I'm going to end this video before somebody ruins it. Thank you for watching. I'm Echo Fang Grey Wolf. We need to bring down the rogue Supreme Court and stop letting them put things on the table that affects everybody directly instead of indirectly, like interracial relationships, gay rights, and gay marriages and shit. And more importantly, your right to vote. We should be able to vote in and out Supreme Court justices. And this way, shit like this that's happening under our noses can never fucking happen again. That being said, I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. My cursor was in the wrong spot. That's why it didn't look so dramatic, but it just failed big time.